I just poured everything into it, from current state of the industry to how does a directed session go and the etiquette, to setting up your home studio, to getting your website set up, finding work, getting your business sorted. I mean, it's super extensive, and it is step by step. So you complete one and then you move on to the next. And by the end, there's enough information that it's helpful no matter what path you want to take in voiceover.
George the Tech.
Hey everybody, George the Tech. I want to introduce to you another one of our partners. We have great trusted partners that work with us, and we refer people to them because we trust them and we know they're great at what they do. And here today is Dervla Trainor. How are you doing, Dervla?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
And where in the world are you?
Good old Toronto.
We're here to have you share with us what it is you're offering. But first, tell us a little bit about your background as a voice actor and also now as a coach.
I've been doing voiceover now. I delved into it for the first time over 10 years ago. And at that time, I was pursuing my pop singer career. I don't know if you know, but I'm not famous, not a famous pop star.
I don't know if you know me, but if you don't know me, you know I'm not famous.
Exactly.
That's the best line.
Perfect, right? During that time, I don't even remember how I figured out voiceover was a thing, but I took a 6-week course. I did some coaching. I made a demo. I sent it out to agents, didn't hear back. And then 3 years later, I'm now working on the business side of the music industry. I'm as a booking agent. And I get an agent reach out to me saying, would you be interested in joining our roster? So with that, I started booking jobs here and there. And then I took that money, I reinvested it into building a home setup. You helped me with my first home setup. And then I started doing the online casting sites. So then I got to the point where I was making more money doing that part-time than I was at my full-time job. So I quit and I went
scales
full-time.
tipped. And you did it the right way, I believe. Having a stable full-time job, transitioning out of that is a much wiser thing than what I did, which was to try to start a business straight out of college.
Oh.
Would not recommend that one. So I think you took the right choice.
But you learned a lot along the way, and you're doing okay now.
Oh, did I ever?
Every time I'd have
okay.
a really hard time, all I think of is, this is just going to be another chapter in my book.
Well, speaking of hard time chapter in your book, you also had this little sidebar thing of some conference.
I like doing lots of different things, and I also have a background in event production as well. And I saw a need for the community. So I went to a meetup in Toronto, and someone drove from over the border in America. People drove from hours away just to sit at a pub and meet other voice actors. And I thought, wow, there's really a need for community here. What if I organized something that's a bit more structured? So I put on a one-day mini conference. I think we had 79 people attend the first year. And then it grew from there. It was called VO North. And it lasted 5 years and grew into a 3-day event, about the same size as the One Voice conference. So there's about 300 people there. And it was lovely, but its time has come to an end.
So I was there numerous times. I enjoyed it. I thought you guys did a fabulous job producing it.
Thank
the
you.
community there was great, but I know that is a burnout proposition to do.
Yes,
So
there are.
transitioning forward, where are you doing today and what is your hook with your coaching program?
I've also delved into TV and commercial production as well. So from running the conference, meeting all these people, learning, I feel like I have a really great 360-degree perspective. On top of the conference, I was a booking agent. I've been on the producing side of things, and I've been doing this full time for God knows how many years. And I got to the point where it would be 3 or 4 times a week. People would message me and say, how do I get into voiceover? And I mean, I love trying to help people, but it just got to the point where I just don't have enough time. And it's not just a simple answer. There's a lot to do. You're essentially opening up your own business. There's so much to know. And there's also different paths to take. You know, do you want to get into animation? That's going to be very different than if you want to do corporate or e-learning, or if you want to do all of them, you know. So I created a program, and it's funny. I thought, okay, I'm going to put aside 2 weeks for this. And it took me 2.5 months, almost full time working on it. I just poured everything into it. from current state of the industry to how does a directed session go and the etiquette to setting up your home studio to getting your website set up, finding work, getting your business sorted. I mean, it's super extensive and it is step by step. So you complete one and then you move on to the next. And by the end, there's enough information that it's helpful no matter what path you want to take in voiceover. But also, another thing I also found is that a lot of people were spending money unnecessarily on things that they didn't really need to at the beginning of their career.
Oh my gosh, I harp on that so much about overspending on gear and buying booths and all these things so early on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I give options and things like recording software, Even for me, it took me months of trying 7 different softwares before I found one that worked for me. Even reading blogs, and it blew my mind. Whatever software works for you, great. But the 2 main ones, as you probably know, Adobe Audition and Twisted Wave, I read blogs and blogs and blogs, and it gave top 5, top 10. So I tried a bunch out.
Mm-hmm.
But now with my experience and knowing so many people in the industry, I realize, wait, there's really only 2 that if you're coming in new, you don't already have a preferred software. Those are the 2, that are directed right for voice talent. So things like that. I just give information that it fast tracks you getting your voiceover career launched so you can start making money sooner. And the price of the course is the price of what you would make in 1 to 2 voiceover jobs. So if you're cutting your journey like by 10, you're going to start making money sooner, and then it pays itself off. With your discount code, it's $50 off. GTT, right?
Boom.
Yeah.
That's right, GTT. So, yeah, absolutely. So any folks who sign up from the link that's right here on the page, you'll get that discount code. And it's an excellent way to level up if you're just getting started. Maybe you've been dabbling on the online casting sites or reading and drooling about this voiceover career. This is an excellent place to get started, and really a very reasonably priced and very level-headed approach to all this. Not trying to sell you rockets and dreams here, just really good advice.
Thanks. Yeah. And it just comes from a place of wanting to help people and seeing those people who say, make money in voiceover with nothing but your phone. I mean, that is preying on people's dreams.
There's a lot to it. So this is a great way to get started.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
It's great chatting with you.
You too, always.
And I hope some of you take advantage of Dervla's services. Also, you have some other content available online as well that people can find. Where would they look for that?
I also do a biannual event called Voiceover Speaker Series, and it's free. It's a virtual event, and I interview various experts in the industry on their area of expertise, and it's over the course of 4 days. The web address for that is vospeakerseries.com.
And then very last thing, you might as well give me, I can't not mention what's right above your head. Can you please tell us all about that really cool thing on the wall behind you? Because this is yet another one of your skills.
And like I said at the beginning, I love to do many, many things. As much as I love audio, I love hands-on stuff. So I do woodwork, and this is my voice. I said Dervla Trainor, and then I made it into sound wave artwork. So yes, I also do those on commission.
Yeah, how would they get one of those from you?
dervlatrainor.com, and then you can find it in the link there. Yeah. Thanks.
There you go.